How much of the variation problem actually comes down to poor preparation before the project starts?
I would say quite a high percentage in my experience. Obviously, different sectors are different, but I'm a firm believer of spending a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however is necessary at the beginning of the project, delaying the start on site. Because for every week that you delay on the front end, you will save 4 weeks minimum at the back end. Now, that is a general statement, but I don't know why the industry and many, many clients I've worked for want to push the start on site. I appreciate that sometimes there's a planning issue, but normally you get 3 or 4 years to do that. And unless that's coming to the end for you to start on site before this date, there's no real reason to push it. A lot of people will do push a start on site because they want to get a drawdown quicker. If you're struggling with getting a drawdown because you've got bills to pay and that you haven't started on site, your project's going to come into disaster anyway. If you've got an issue with money before the project is started and you're using the project to cash flow other projects, that's a red flag, and that's a poor decision, a business decision in the first place. But pushing on site early never actually helps unless it's programmed properly and everything is planned. If everything is planned to precision and you're ready to go, yeah, 100% pull things forward if you can. But if you're not ready and the designs aren't ready and things aren't integrated, the designs aren't coordinated with one another, you haven't got all the integral parts moving, you haven't got all the detail moving, starting on site when you're not ready is never a good move. And that's often when happens because you'll have part of the project that hasn't been designed, how they integrated interfaces, whatever it may be, don't necessarily move or work. Concrete doesn't bend, steel doesn't bend. These kind of things, if you've got different consultants with different ideas and the whole design hasn't been looked at by everybody and coordinated and managed, and you start on site, you're going to end up causing delays because the information will halt, the job will halt, they'll come up with a problem, it doesn't work, you'll end up redoing projects, you'll pull work out and restart, and it's always a disaster. And that's when a lot of variations come from. Yes, there's always variations that you can't tell, ground conditions especially, somebody kicks off a wall somewhere, there will always be things that affect the project moving forward. You can never ever plan all of it, but the more planning you do up front, the better. And I'm a firm believer of delaying start on site until you're ready.